Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 79 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on 4th and 2. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Running left, Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a 1-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Love this time is going to set up to throw it out to his left. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On play action. Love to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and again to Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could play them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, running again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Caught. It's Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. All right, fights through one man, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Handoff for Carter.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd and inches, Love going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 26. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Love's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Wilson rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Well, he's going up top for Wilson. Into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Play action this time. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Love. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now it's Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 40.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
His first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm coming after you, Charlie. Get the up, boys. Get the up. Yep. Hey, watch the slam. Kill. Switch.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
I'm going to come back to you. Mike 13.
They go bootleg. Love. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Love. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Colts. John Ross, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. This is DJ Reed returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.